When you pray, you're in battleground. When I fight, I'll fight on my knees. That's why we sing songs like that, because really prayer is really a battle that you're engaging in against darkness. See, there are forces that are resisting God's will in the world. And so when you pray, you and I are trying to advance God's will, and there's darkness pushing against that. And so prayer is a battleground. It's a battleground. I'll illustrate it this way. Let's say that you had a massive stone or brick wall in front of you that you needed to get past. You needed a breakthrough to the other side. And let's say that you had a sledgehammer in your hand to get you through that massive brick or stone wall. And you used that sledgehammer against that stone wall. Would the wall break on the first swing? No. In fact, it might take multiple swings of the sledgehammer to start cracking that wall and the concrete mortar in that structure. You're going to have to swing, and then cracks form, and then a portion will fall off, and ultimately the whole wall will come down. You'll have a breakthrough, but it would not happen unless you continue to swing the sledgehammer against the wall. And that's what prayer is like every time you get on your knees and there's some stronghold that you're trying to overcome in your life. You're taking a spiritual sledgehammer in the name of Jesus, and you're swinging against that wall that is resistant to God's will in your life, and you're dealing blows to the works of darkness. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." You're not struggling against flesh and blood. You're doing works against darkness through your prayers. 2 Corinthians 10:3-4, "For though we live in the world, we do not wage war as the world does. The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds." Why does it take time for prayers to be answered? Because second of all, we don't always know how to pray. Are there times in your life that you just don't even know what to pray about? You've got a situation, you don't even know what to ask for. And so you have to learn something about what's God's desire in this. And so it takes time to get on the same page with God. Romans 8:26 says, "In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans." Sometimes it takes time for prayers to be answered because we don't always ask for the right things. There are times that you need to thank God that He didn't answer your prayer, okay? Because you were asking for something that was not good for you, and God says, "I'm not going to do that for you because it's not beneficial to your life." James 4:8, "When you ask, you do not receive because you ask with wrong motives, that you may spend what you get on your pleasures."